Alright, if you're under the age of 30 and you're feeling insecure about the future, stop scrolling, because this video might be the most important video you see today. There's a pandemic going on, but not the one you know. There is mental pandemic, there is chest pain pandemic, there is anxiety pandemic, there is headache pandemic, there is breathing problem pandemic. And if you're feeling some of these signs, you're not alone. Pharmaceutical business is booming now. All they create is antiviral to cure anxiety, to stop the symptoms of fear, everything we are truly feeling lately, right? We became so detached from the self. We became so detached from one another, and we literally glued ourselves to the phone all day. We dig so deep in other people's lives that we know more about them than we know about ourselves. Let's also know that some people's lives are booming. Their social life is thriving, their business is booming, life is good for some people. But if none of those things look familiar to you at the moment, you're not alone. Let's not dig into more trouble than we already are on personal and professional level. So the question remains, how do we solve this? How do we stop fearing the unknown? How do we stop fearing about our health and the volatile changes day by day? The answer is very simple. Look within. I know, this is not what you've expected. But let's be honest here. When was the last time you've scanned yourself? Like, we're so good at scanning other people on social media and in real life, but when was the last time you've scanned your own self? A lot of people say meditation is just to calm yourself. I disagree with that statement. Not entirely, but I do disagree. One deep realization I had during meditation is that I wasn't the person I thought I was. And what's even worse, I completely destroyed my confidence because I destroyed this image I had of myself, and it completely shattered my own self-image. And I had to rebuild myself through the process of self-realization. During meditation, I saw that I was thinking about stupid stuff, things I cannot change, recurring past events, and if I acted differently, what could have been, should have been, and all this messy stuff that we can never change. I was stuck in that loop of negative thoughts all over again. And when I realized that, that's when I completely shattered my self-image. I was not the person I thought I was, and I had to change something. And don't get me wrong, this is not me trying to force you to meditate. I just want to make that clear. Although it's not gonna be bad if you want to try it. When I was meditating, it got me thinking who I truly was as a person. I had no idea who I was. And how come I created this self-image of myself to satisfy my ego? And what can be done to destroy this whole image of myself, so I can rebuild myself and build the real version of who I truly want to be? I came to a realization. We have to discover who we truly are. We're all different, but we have to discover who we truly are, what we fear, what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses. We have to discover who we truly are as people, so we can improve upon that. We can start working from that point on. We have to plan the whole thing up. We have to write down what we want to change, how much money we want to make, what kind of relationship we want to have. We have to make a plan. And sometimes I think we all know what we should do, but it's never easy, right? We have to put out force in the physical reality to change all that. We might need to make some uncomfortable conversations. We might have to do things that feel uncomfortable now. But if we want to improve our life, that's the only way to go. And this all connects with the fear and anxiety we have. So keep listening. I knew I had to make the necessary change, not the easy change, the necessary change to build this person I imagined myself to be. I knew I had to change my habits and transform them into better ones. I had to change all the blood-soaking, all the energy vampires next to me. That's how I call people who suck all my energy vampires. I had to toss them out. I had to focus on the big things by applying small forces every single day and completing baby steps towards that grand goals. And last thing, I had to stick to a routine if I wanted all of that to work. So it really boils down to the things we do here and now that changes the present and the future. Doing stuff physically, like exercising, meeting with friends eye to eye instead of socializing online all the time, will shatter all that fear, all that anxiety, all that insecurity we feel every second of every day. The insecurity we feel stems from not doing things every day, from not being able to see progress. It doesn't matter how small the progress is. It can be completing a run, even 15, 30-minute run. It can be writing just few paragraphs of that book we've always wanted to write. Applying for that dream job and taking a shot at it, even if we don't succeed, that's still progress. By denying to take action and supporting our inaction with excuses gives us those ill feelings of fear, anxiety, insecurity, and even depression. It's one thing being unable to predict the future, but it's completely different to be idle about it and not take some courses of action. We literally evolved to move our bodies, to do something physically, to run, to chase. And it's no strange why so many people have anxiety problems and depression problems. It's because we don't do nowadays. We sit, we chat on social media, we droll on Instagram posts, and we lurk in other people's lives. We have to self-reflect on ourselves and our choices. There is no magic pill, champs. I know the pharmaceutical companies will offer you some magic pill that will relieve the symptoms. And it might relieve the symptoms, but it won't solve the problem. There are no magic pills. If you don't sit your ass up and grab your dreams by the balls, nothing will ever change. You know what to do. So you better start now. And champs, if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button below because it truly helps me spread videos like this even more. And if by any chance you like this philosophy, make sure to subscribe. See you champs in the next video here.